Sun's coming up.
Sometimes I feel like rules are just guidelines. There's no parking. Everyone parks here. It's a strength in numbers kind of deal. They're not gonna tow every car here. Haven't been able to find a pull-up bar in this town, but I found some rings. It looks like I just used this as a bar anyway. Oh, feels so good. It's been We are having a windstorm tonight, and I am struggling to get my meat up to the right temperature in order to eat it. And dust is getting everywhere, so I'm just kind of like weighing my options right now. It's beef, so I mean, it won't make me sick. I mean, it could make me sick, but the percent chance is a lot lower. Some days I'm just gonna lose out to the elements, you know, so I won't be able to work on the car, and that's just kind of how it is. So today's like a sandstorm, and yeah, I'm gonna work on the channel some more and not run the battery out, because last night I ran the battery out. So, but you know, we have the dual battery isolator, so we just put it in manual mode and we were able to start the car. I was kind of thinking like, man, this is pretty crazy. Mainly because the car's gonna be so dirty tomorrow. And then I was, this is like kind of hot, and I was like, I don't mess this up and I have to like move things around. And then I thought about, we had a comment one time that was like, dude, I survived living on the streets of New York. You have it really good. And I was like, you know what, dude, I have it really fucking good. You know, I'm about to eat some shit right now, and yeah, but I hope that you have it really good too, and if not, let's try to get better. Morning, beautiful person. Every morning. Last night we survived the windstorm, and it started raining a little bit, which got me worried because I have these buckets that are... So we've got like this bucket here. You can see the tent has the splatter on it, but it only rained for just a small amount of time, so I think we're chill. But we got to organize the camp better. I've been basically working nonstop so we can get our bills paid for the month, and we did it. We're done. We still need money. We always need money, right? But it's okay. We can like pull off the brake or gas a little bit and actually get some work done in the base camp. A few things that I want to do is we're going to create a video about Didi and like where the status of it is at right now, and then show you, like, I want to build this tech tree, and you guys will decide the next steps with the car, pretty much with almost everything. Yeah, this is our like harvest moon area, whatever RPG thing, and yeah, so anyways, we're still working on all the details and everything that's going on. But before I can do any real work around here, I need some sort of like shade structure, because in the middle of the day it's gonna get hot. I don't have that right now, but I think for today what I want to do is just organize our camp and then try to see if we can get some of these tarps down, and then we can plan out, maybe shoot the video for Didi. Yeah, once we moved the cart, to go work on the truck, but once we moved the cart, it like damaged the base even more. So I think what we'll do, one cinder block, so my idea is kind of to bury the cinder block, then we'll put that in there and then stack the rocks in. Later on in this video we're going to do that. This tarp here, I'm pretty sure I bought the wrong size because I'm bad at that stuff, but we're going to fold it out and see if we did. If it is the wrong size, then we're going to stake it probably somewhere else, or I don't know, because I want this to be sort of uniform, you know, where we have these spread out, but maybe we get the bigger one. That's what we'll do. Okay, so we have the bigger one under the truck over there. So if this one's the wrong size, we'll put this one under the truck, and then we'll move the bigger one down, and then we'll just start buying the bigger ones. This is what I mean when I say the bigger ones. Here. I think this one is like, yeah, look how bad the transmission's leaking. Tarp is kind of like our Zerg territory, you know, so it'll help us move faster. We'll get a damage bonus. But we're gonna, this is like my tent, I guess. I have a hammock tent, so I was using that as like kind of where my more livable structure, I guess, would be, because right now we need the car to hook up to the thing so we can do the thing. So I guess what we'll do is we'll use this area to start with the tarp, and then we'll kind of slowly make them over to the rest of the base camp. Tarps, I think the big ones are like $20, $22, so we should be able to get one like every week or every 3 days or something. I was kind of liking the silver side, but since there's tranny fluid all over it, I feel like maybe we just flip it over and then we just start using the brown side. So yeah, it gets stupid windy. So these, I've been buying the super heavy duty spikes. These are like $2 and almost $3 a piece. Okay, sick. With that set up, now we have kind of an idea of how we're gonna pull things up. So now we are gonna try to get tarps until we reach our kitchen camp, and then we'll remove that, and then we'll sort of reorganize the whole space, right? So the idea is where the MR2 is kind of like the shop space, and then this is like the beginning of our living quarters, I guess. Obviously it's gonna be multi-purpose for a while. So my plan is to create a tech tree for basically everything. So we'll have a tech tree for the base camp, a tech tree for the channel, a tech tree for DD, and a tech tree for inertia. Inertia won't get a tech tree until after after it's completed and running. But then what that means is you guys will kind of decide what our next moves are. You know, like I really need a shower, and I really need to build, and I need a sink, and I need to build. They'll all have a bunch of different options, and then based on like what you guys vote on and how you respond is what we'll work towards next. That's sort of my goal with that. And yeah, so it's already getting really hot. Shade is going to be extremely important out here. One of those, I think we can afford a shade structure. Later today we'll go to Walmart and check it out. If not, we'll budget it out and figure it out. But now that we've kind of laid down our base camp, we'll, like I said, it'll be up to you to decide how we build this out. The first poll should be up right now if you for what we're going to work on the base camp. And then later, as I keep doing this and iterating on it, we'll have hopefully like a graphic with its tech tree and stuff like that. But for now, we're just going to kind of use the polls and things like that. So please check out the community tab and vote on what you want. I think what's going to kind of work better is through this episode, I think you'll have a good idea of what the camp is right now. And then I'll have a poll with some options, and again, we're going to iterate on this. It's going to change and evolve as we keep doing this, and then you will be able to decide what the next move is, right? So some options I'm thinking about are trash can, sink, build a shower, and I don't know. I'll add probably 4 things to that list. So we'll think of something else, and then yeah. So like I said, as we go through this video today, just keep that in mind of what you think one of those things I should build are next. If you have any suggestions, also please let me know. I would greatly appreciate it. It's got me thinking that I actually want to take quite a few things to storage, like our welder and our heat press, maybe even the motors. And yeah, basically take as much as I can or need to. We should keep these buckets. Anything that has like a tool that I'm going to use on the truck or on my cars, that should stay here. I guess for now it's just going to take these 2 things because I kind of want the motors here. They're pretty heavy. I don't want to keep moving them around. And then we need to recycle the oil, but that'll free up some space. So we're about to head to town to the storage unit and clean some stuff up. I'll show you where the base camp is now, and then when we get back, we'll make the video about DD. You can check that out here. So we got this shovel. I wanted to not forget this because we're gonna need it for the cinder block later. I'm realizing how much work I have to do because we just ordered the game for Pokey Circuit is the next reality game. You can find the link on the GitHub linked. You can find the GitHub page with the rule set and information on how it works in the description. But the thing is, it's going to take place using a Pokemon game, and Koopa and I decided to use Let's Go Eevee, so I ordered that. It should be here in a few days. The issue is I still haven't found my Switch, but luckily Athena is going to let us use hers, which is awesome. I'm very grateful for that. But I don't know if I should probably make a separate video detailing Poke Circuit. So that's what I was saying is like, I'm kind of diverging the content, you know? Earlier we made the video about introducing inertia and it was a part of my cartoon life, but I'm feeling like the vlog plus these more structured videos have to sort of separate, otherwise it's not going to find the audience. There are some people who there are some people who like my cartoon life and enjoy the vlog, and then there are other people who want to just have the information. So I don't know, let me know what you think about that. And I think what we'll do is I want to try to organize this a little bit, not much, we can't spend too much time here. If I was going to make a top 10 list of my favorite games, Tetris would be on it. And looking at this, that's all I can think about. It's like, how does it go together? And all these boxes are broken and there's just crap all over the floor. It's like literally driving me crazy. But I also know that we don't have a lot of time to work on this right now. We have other things we need to accomplish. So I don't know what to do. I think in the future we need to go through each of these boxes and find out what we actually need. But we can't do that today. So I think my plan is to get all the cardboard crap out of the way, stack all the nice boxes over there, and then it goes cardboard. Okay? And then we'll get out of here. Okay, so this is where we're gonna leave it off. We're gonna pick this up though. Get some new equipment here. This will help us work on the car at night. And then you see the tie rod ends? There's also brakes somewhere. Brakes for the car somewhere in here. For the car meaning Didi. But I don't know where it is. And I think we'll do the post-mortem and then the Didi run through. And then we'll, with that process, you guys will be able to decide if we replace the brakes and or whatever. Let's not forget this. So we are outside Brown's True Value Hardware, and I'm going to show you some of the upgrades that we have to choose from. So if we're going to build a shower, it's going to be kind of a project. So that would cost quite a decent amount of money, but either way, it's a necessity and it will save us money because the longer we don't have one, the more we spend on it. So this would be the first option. This is a sink, so it's a freestanding sink, and then we would get something like this, and this will help us out a lot washing our dishes and keeping things more clean. And the cleaner things are and the more sanitized things are, the less % chance I'll have to get sick, and I don't want to get sick. It's also, we're attracting some little I don't know if there's any rats or anything out there, but cleaning stuff and dumping it on the dirt, it's really windy, but it's not a permanent solution. So this is about 70 bucks. For $40, we can get a trash can. And I kind of like this one, although the metal ones are really nice. But this has wheels on it. I don't know. You guys pick. But either way. So this one's 35, but I would either rather get this one or this one. The reason the trash can would be useful is it will help us manage right now we throw our food into a bag and then put something on top of it. This will help prevent anything from getting into it, especially the dogs. So they have most of what we would need for the shower, especially plumbing and stuff. I want to buy, heads or whatever, and the fasteners and all that. I'd want to buy as much as we can from local places rather than Walmarts and stuff like that. Like in Stardew Valley, if you just buy everything from the one shop, it messes up the town. Okay, but we are going to go to Walmart. We're going to head up to Walmart now to check out the grill, because in here they only sell super high-end grills, so I'll show you what kind of grill I want. And then we'll head up Ron's Siege store, and I'll walk you through my idea for the shower build. Future! so bad. I once shared a whole bottle of it. Had just dealt with his girlfriend or wife at the time, like cheating on him and stuff like that. And we were just in the parking lot, just trading the bottle back and forth. And then when I left, I walked down a flight of stairs and like tripped over myself over the stairs and landed on my feet. It's pretty crazy. No matter what, we're gonna need one of these. There's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different 6 different sizes. So I think we figured out that this is the smallest one, wasn't the one we've been buying. 6 by 8. So 8 by 10, right? Because it was the same dimension on one of the sides, so that would be 8. This one's 9, so it's definitely 8 by 10 because it was short a little bit. But I think we're gonna work with these, the 9 by 12s. This one's 10 by 20. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have spent $32, so it's these ones. Lighting. In the future, we'll work on the workshop area soon, but get an idea of some of the prices. This is like $40, something like that. I want to build poles though. Poles, and maybe we stick these on or these on. And at the grocery outlet, they have these $10 LED lights, which were 4K lumens. It's a lot. We could put those kind of on the ground, I think. Yeah, I really want one of these. This one's not actually $400. It's like $96. But it's a propane, just a simple propane grill. I messaged some people on Facebook Marketplace, but they never got back to me. It would be like the other upgrade option. 96. But our propane tank we bought last year got stolen, so we used it to, we bought it so we could make the coins, the MTG coins that have been around that long. And yeah, so that got stolen, but we don't have that anymore. So we'd have to buy a new one, which would be another $70. But again, propane tanks are very useful, so it's something we would eventually like to have anyways. But either way, getting the grill up and running would cost around, that much. So let's just build a brick oven. I was thinking something like this too, but even these are really expensive. The reason the grill would be useful is because right now we just have that tabletop grill, and we use tinfoil to close the pan or whatever, but this has a full, enclosure, and we'd be able to safely cook our food a lot better and have way more options of things we can cook. The griddle would be awesome, but we can always get a griddle to put on top of the burners. So I really think the 3-burner grill is the most affordable option, but it's also like our best option. We don't need more than that. All right, so our Walmart haul, water. And then we got these so we can operate this. I don't know if I showed you before, but we upgraded the electrical system a little while ago. We added this guy. So now we can charge batteries or whatever. $33 spend at Walmart. So not too bad. We're gonna head to Ron's seed shop now, and then I'll show you what my ideas are for the shower build. This is Ron's. Grass Valley and Hanson. They have lots of cool stuff. I'm gonna buy roses from them someday. I really can't love the way their roses smell. There's a bunch around town too. You might have seen one of my shorts showing the progression over a week of one. They've bloomed so fast. One of these has a drain plug. That one. Maybe this one does too. So the idea is that it's gonna be like a tiered thing. So we get one of these things that has a drain, and that goes at the very bottom. And then there's a platform above it that has drainage that the water that's falling drains into. So the water that's falling drains into one of these that has a drain plug on it, okay? Then above that, we build a platform with maybe some cinder blocks and stuff. And then, yeah, so then you step into that area, and then above you is the actual shower, and then we pump water or we use gravity to make it fall down.
and then all of the gray water drains into that tub, and then we use a hose or a drain system to then pump that and use it to water the flower. Then we get some roses or whatever. Ideally some roses. I really want I like the pink and red ones. These ones. They're not really blooming right now. Like they're kind of like these ones. And yeah. It's this brand. These like cobblestone squares, right? So you could have maybe use these as the stepping platform, and then in the middle, even if we then we could either drill a hole or whatever, we just leave a space for where the water can drain into. I guess we could do something like this. Or this. This is our Ron Seat Shop haul. So, yep. So those metal tubs are really expensive. Like the cheapest one, the 2-foot one, is $150, and the larger ones are $300 to $500. So that's not gonna happen. I think instead we'll use that bucket, and that'll be our gray water, and we'll just put a tap on it, or even a water pump and pump the water out, or whatever we need to do. But either way, the shower will be something like that: retainer bucket, platform, shower. The cinder blocks are wobbling back there, so I'm worried that it's gonna mess up the water or whatever. But we basically are done with our day off stuff. So tomorrow we're gonna be we might work a little bit later tonight, but I'm not exactly sure. I think right now I've been craving pizza, man, and there's a Round Table Pizza here. I've never been to Round Tables, and they're locally owned and operated. So I've done a few deliveries for them, and man, the food just smells so good. So I think I'm gonna get a pizza and work on the channel in there if they let me hang out, which I don't know why they wouldn't if I'm eating there. But so yeah, that's kind of what we're gonna do now. Spend the rest of the hot time doing that, and then when we're done, we might dash for a little while, depending on, well, we probably won't dash because we have a bunch of stuff in the car. So we might dash tomorrow then. Just depends. We should just take some time off, but I want more monies because the more monies we get, the more stuff we can do. We've arrived at the Round Table Pizza. I know they're like a chain or whatever, but it smells really good, and I'm suspicious if whether I'm gonna like it more than the $30 pizza we had in Chicago. La Mulaney, I think it was. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, the tomatoes were amazing. The cheese was really good. So, but this just is gonna be like greasy, video game pizza. Cheers. I've literally just kind of I've been transferring files and stuff, so it takes a while. Watching this show on Cartoon Network, it's hilarious. Cartoons are hilarious now. Anyways, this is the small. It looks good. I like these little pepperonis that kind of clear up. It's a thin pizza. So you're supposed to eat pizza like this, right? You fold it. Okay, it's really good. I still think maybe I gave the deep dish pizza I just don't think that I like how much thickness it is. I don't know. The crust was very good on that Mom Mulaney's. Here it doesn't have the same kind of buttery flavor on the back, but it's still a nice crust. It crunches real well. But the pepperonis, the small ones, have a very really enjoyable salty taste, and the cheeses worked in well. So it's good. It's, in my opinion, better than Domino's or something. And Domino's is great pizza.
I was really craving pizza. This was awesome.
Dee.
I'm happy. That was great. AutoZone just called us, so we will pick up the book for the truck that we're working on, and yeah, so we're gonna grab that. It's still early though, it's like 1 maybe, so it's gonna be pretty hot back at the camp. We never looked for a shade structure, I forgot to do that. Maybe we should check that out, but I don't really want to. Hey, we got the book. We've made it back, and it's 95 degrees out. This is our shade spot, apparently. I'm gonna hide here. Seems that the MR2 is not balanced properly, which Felt Hacker told us that one time before, that we put the jack stands in the wrong spot. And when I was jacking it up, I thought about that, but I wanted this tarp here to go underneath it, so that's why I kind of put them there. But anyways, I just thought it was funny. Okay, it's about 3 o'clock. We're gonna unload this stuff. But before we do anything else, let's add the new subscribers to the ours. This will give you kind of an idea of how hot it is. Let's squirt this on. It's dried already, like immediately. Ryan St. Martin, Yanis Mpuku. Too good for you, YT Graham Beach. If anybody's wondering, I use a Google Pixel 7 to do everything, and I absolutely love it. It's an amazing phone. It just doesn't handle heat very well. You know, it was 95 earlier, and it was like, device too hot to record, so I turned it off, and it's fine now, but I wanted to show you what I did in the meantime. So we got this cinder block today, and we needed the kitchen light to stand up. I'm so happy with this. And so it is. It's going to stand up, and it's going to be there. And then we can cook. We're about to record the video of going over the car, you know, and I'm like in my head trying to be like, oh yeah, okay, so like, welcome and welcome back, you know. I'm trying to like think of, you know, because you gotta have a hook, and then you introduce yourself, and then whatever. So it's a lot to think about. And I was like, we drove this car from Las Vegas to Chicago. You think that sounds good? So problem solved, I think. I saw a scorpion underneath that, the Pittsburgh Jack. But basically we just put some mega pavers underneath the wheels, and that should stop it from coming down again. It's too hot and windy to keep filming that video. So we're just gonna edit, and here's our desk. Nice, right? Because I'm always like, I should have done it before and then an after. Before. After. Okay, so let me walk you through our current setup. Okay, so we've got our trash bag situation going on here, using the bag to kind of, that has all of our toiletry supplies. This is the sponge bag. And here we have our kitchen stuff. These I got at the dollar store for $1.25. But I might get a couple more because they're really useful. And then this is going to be like all of the kitchen stuff. Like you see there's coffee in there. Pantry. This is the pantry. And then yeah, this thing. And I'm going to wrap this bag. I'll probably turn it over so then dust can't get inside the pan. But we'll clean the pan and stuff too. We cleaned it already, but we'll clean it every time. before we use it too. It's been an eventful day. Well, thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm gonna read some of this book, and yeah, I had some tuna, the 14, some Thai chili tuna. It's really good. It's like these packets, you know, the Bumblebee Walmart dollar packets, but the Thai chili one. And yeah, and some olives and oranges and stuff. Mandarins. Hopefully you like the whole RPG kind of idea, and I'll see you next time. Take care of yourself.